As you talk sports, today we're talking boxing, proudly joined for the first time ever by Frank Warren. How are you doing today, Frank?
I'm good. How are you doing, young man?
And not too bad. Good. So we're here at Bermondsey Boxing Club for Daniel Dubois and Hamza Shiraz's open workout ahead of their big fights in Poland. How do you think Daniel looked today?
Well, he looks sharp. Obviously not going to see a lot in here because it's just a public workout, but you can see he looks very fit. He's very finely cut. He's got speed. He's got power. And he's very focused, and I think that he's in a good place at the moment.
A lot of people are talking about it would be one of the biggest shocks in heavyweight history if Daniel Dubois beats Alexander Usyk, but do you think a lot of people are kind of underestimating Daniel Dubois, and maybe it might not be as big of a surprise as people are making out?
Well, let him have debut. Everybody's entitled to debut. My opinion is I think it's going to be his time. In my opinion, I think he's going to do the business.
And what do you think he needs to do to get it done? Because we saw a lot of people are making comparisons to Anthony Joshua. You know, they're both big, well-built guys. And we saw Joshua didn't exactly get the job done against Usyk. What does Dubois need to do differently?
He needs to do differently what Joshua did. Joshua showed too much respect, stood off of him. He didn't use his physical attributes. He allowed Usyk to dictate the fight, and he can't allow that to happen.
And obviously, let's just say if Dubois does get the victory, what's next for him? Is it possible that we could see, instead of obviously everyone's talking about the Usyk versus Fury fight, he could take that his place?
We will see. Let's win it first.
Yeah.
That'd be a lovely thing to ponder over.
A little bit more on Tyson Fury now. Obviously, as I'm sure everybody knows, one of the biggest fights of the year. He's taken on Francis Ngannou. There's been mixed opinions about it. What do you think? What do you think about it? Do you think it's bad for boxing? Do you think it's a good, fresh thing?
It's a fight. It's a fight. He was offered a lot of money for it, and it is a fight. It's two guys with the best of their respective disciplines, and it was agreed the fight they would fight under the rules of boxing, and that's what it'd be. This guy Ngannou fancies himself. He can punch. He's a big whacker. Whilst it's on, it's going to be exciting, because for me, the only way I don't think Ngannou can outbox Tyson, but I'll tell you what, if he catches him, he'll be in trouble, because he's a big puncher, so it's going to be exciting whilst it lasts.
Yes, I think all the people that are criticising it, they'll certainly be watching it. And also, obviously, another big name in boxing for Anthony Joshua against Robert Helenius did get the victory. A lot of people are not necessarily too keen on his performance. What did you make of his performance against Robert Helenius?
It was pretty boring up until the knockout. It was I think that I agree with a lot of the crowd who were booing. It was very boring up until then.
Do you think that Joshua's declining and he is not really the same fighter as he was before?
Well, he doesn't look like it, does he? I think that's why people were booing.
And last thing, I don't want to keep you for too long. Obviously, Simon Jordan had a big row with Eddie Hearn. And Eddie, obviously, I saw on Twitter you wanted to come on TalkSport and to confront Eddie Hearn. If you did get the chance to go on TalkSport, what would you have confronted him about?
I'd have confronted him about the story that he keeps peddling out about Joshua and about Usyk and Tyson avoiding him. He's just telling lies.
So, what is he telling lies about? Do you think that it's not Usyk, it's not Fury and who's avoiding? Do you think he's...
Tyson, we representing Tyson accepted the fight from Skills Challenge last December for the fight to happen. They then said that he was injured, Usyk, and he wouldn't be ready until February and then maybe April. And then they said they can't do the fight then because the building wasn't going to be ready, and they'd do it in December, which is now not going on in December. So it wasn't there. So we tried then to make the fight in the UK, and they agreed and then pulled out of it. That's what happened. That's the facts.
Thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it.